A couple of weeks ago, some of my plants fell from almost 2 meters straight onto the floor. It happened while I was at work, and when I got home I only had time to gather all the potless plants into one shallow container. I hoped they would recover a bit before I could repot them properly later. Some of the succulents weren't damaged that much, so I just left them in their original pots. And today, 3 weeks later, it's finally time to fix everything. Okay, here I have all the plants waiting for today's repotting. Here you can see the consequences of this fall and all the stress these plants went through, but their overall condition is totally fine. I have 3 crassula golem here sitting in this container, this one, and the last one. Some different echeverias, like this purple one and this graptoveria, also some small echeverias, and a couple of other plants like this kalanchoe in the middle and the Adramiscus, also known as the plover's egg. And I also have some other plants that were not damaged that much during the last accident, and I let them sit in their original pots. But still, I want to repot them today because it's quite time. I've prepared everything what I might need for today's repotting. First of all, many different pots of different sizes, like for all of them, and maybe a bit more just in case. And of course, a lot of fresh made succulent soil mix. This is my own soil mix. I put it together by myself, and it consists mostly of mineral ingredients. It has mostly gravel, pumice and perlite, and I also added a touch of nutritional garden-rich soil. So you can see how fluffy, loose and airy it is. First of all, I need to take all the plants out of this container, and I'll try to do it as gentle as I can. I'm always so excited about the root quality. Even if I saw everything 3 weeks ago, I expect something new all the time. I don't know why, but I guess you know what I mean. Every time it feels like a small unboxing. This tiny little baby has been growing from the mother leaf since last autumn. I found it on the supermarket shelf as a fallen leaf from a normal big plant, and now I see that there are actually many of them, even 3 or 4 babies growing together. I am really happy about it. And I know that every repotting is always really stressful for any plant, but it's spring now and it's kind of the better time to do it. There is more sunlight, the plants are waking up after the winter, and in general they are ready to grow and even recover faster. Okay, I'm done with the first container and I can put it away. So, next I'm taking out the plants from this group. This crassula moneymaker has been harmed a lot during the last accident. So next I'm going with this Echeveria pulvinata. It has a tiny top growing from the bottom part of stem, and maybe they share the same root system. But look how many roots every plant has. Next one, also dense root system. I don't even know the name of this little guy, but the sequence of my steps is the same. We just need to get rid of old soil mix. Here you can see all the scars this tiny Echeveria received after the fall. Oh, and I just broken a leaf, but it was broken. So, and this plant also has grown out of this tiny pot, so it's finally time to give it a new home. And it seems like it really loves its home, because it doesn't want to get out. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to harm it. Yeah, finally. And you see, it also has developed a lot of roots. Almost entire space inside the pots is filled with a healthy root system. That's really nice. Now I have a perfect access to the lower dry leaves and can remove them easily without causing any additional harm to the main plant. That's another part of the plant care that I also find really satisfying. Okay, I've taken out all the plants from their original pots and from the container, and now I have to decide which one goes into which pot. I have different sizes, and it's kind of obviously that bigger plants have more developed root system and they need more space for growing, but some smaller plants like this Echeveria can easily sit in a tiny cup for this season for sure. Honestly, I find this whole process with repotting and with plant care really, really relaxing and even a bit meditative. So you spend time with the plants, you check on them, you understand them better, and in some way you even get connected to them. I hope you understand what I mean, and if you do feel the same, feel free to write it in the comments. Okay, everything is done for the next step, and the next step is going to be adding a drainage layer. So for this purpose I'm going to use this pumice, this small pumice, and some clay pebbles. I know that not that much, but I might have somewhere a bit more. I'm adding a small portion of drainage into each pot, and since they are relatively small, around 1 centimeter is more than enough. There are two main reasons why a plant needs drainage. First, it helps prevent water from sitting around the roots for too long, and second, it lets your plant breathe well. And this is something that beginners forget pretty often. I personally didn't know that plants breathe with roots, and I thought they are here only for absorbing water and some minerals. But in reality, they play a really important role in air exchange for a whole plant. And when we take a succulent from nature and decided to plant into a pot, we need to provide the roots with enough oxygen. That's why I'm not using any drainage for these particular pots. They already have a lot of holes on their sides, and any plant sitting in them can breathe perfectly. The only thing I might need to consider here, they also get dry faster, so I have to adjust my watering schedule accordingly. Okay, now I'm ready to start planting. Let's begin with the bigger plants. So like with this Echeveria. I'm holding the plant straight and filling the pot with the fresh soil mix. And it looks pretty nice. Okay, next is this Calanchoe. Perfect. Okay, I'm done here with the most of the plants, and there are only 3 etiolated left that need a slightly different approach. You see, they already have a lot of air roots growing from the middle part of the stem. And my idea was to place them under the ground, to wait around a month until they've got bigger and started to provide for the whole plant, and then I can repot them again with trimming the lower part of their root system. If I decapitated them right away, they would have hard times trying to recover. So I've taken them out of their pots, and now I'm checking how they fit into the new ones. And since I need the whole height of the pots, I'm not using any drainage here. I've made enough drainage holes and hope it's gonna be enough for this period. Now I'm filling all the pots with the mix, adding a bit of soil to the bottom, so the roots have some space for growth. And I've never done this before, but this idea seems to make sense, at least in my head. And in around a month or two, we're gonna see if it really worked. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here with me and for all of your kind comments and support. It really helps me to stay motivated and not to give up on this channel. And see you in the next one.